Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about how to be successful in nursing school. I thought I'd do this video first as opposed to how to get into nursing school, only because I think I mentioned to you in another video, and if I haven't, I just got accepted into grad school. So I was trying to I started thinking of ways of, what worked for me in nursing school. Even though my life is totally different from when it was when I was in my undergrad program, I was thinking, what are some of those tools and tricks and things that I've used to help me get to where I've been and help me graduate with honors. So I came up with my 5 top things that'll help you be successful and help me as well. So I made little notes on my phone, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. So my first thing is time management. Now, time management works in every area of your life, but most of all when you're in school. So I know, you want to balance out your outside life with your school life, your work life. There's so many different things that you need to do. So I would say, just set up a plan, a certain amount of time to study, to have fun, and relax, because you still need to do those things. You do need to decompress, but still manage how much time you're going to do for your homework, how much time you're going to sit there and read your books, how much time you're going to take to do other tasks, research and typing your papers and things like that. It'll help you really stay on top of things. Not only will you be successful in school, but you'll be successful in life because you have allotted a certain amount of time for everything. I know that you can't schedule everything in your life, but if you come up with a blueprint of what am I going to do today, how long am I going to do this, set goals for yourself, that'll really help you. So number 2, which piggybacks off of that, is being organized and planning. I think that has been the number one thing that has really helped me. I use a planner. I mean, a lot of people use their phone, but I am a visual person. So I have a planner. I know you guys might have seen the video on my last video, which I showed like a plan with me. But I use a planner because I need to write down things. I need to see things. It really helps me stay organized. I plan my day. I plan, just like I said before, I plan how much time I'm going to study, when I'm going to study, things like that. I think the number one thing that has helped me when I say planning, if my school says, or my class says, okay, we have a deadline for a research paper and it's, let's say, January the 30th. In my planner, I'm going to schedule a soft due date, which is like January the 20th, so that I know during that time, this is when I want everything done. It gives me a head start, a jump start on just being prepared, because I don't want to rush at the last minute. So I take those next couple of days to kind of read over it and tweak it and do different things. But if you already have that set date in your mind to say, hey, this is due January the 20th. So when the 30th rolls around, you already have it done. You're not scrambling at the last minute. You take those couple days before January 20th to scramble around, things like that. So what I do is I use different color pens or whatever you want to use. I tend to use a lot of stickers in here, but for things like that, if I have a hard date, I write that in red, and if there's a soft due date, I write that in another color. Sometimes, in school I kind of designated it just in pencil. Anything else was kind of like pens and things like that, but a soft due date I like to erase. Or sometimes you may need to tweak that as well. So maybe January the 20th wasn't a good day for me. I wasn't done in time. You can set the next date for, okay, let my next goal be January 25th. You see what I mean? So use a planner, use your phone, whatever it is that you're using. Plan out these things, organize these things. When you get your syllabus in the beginning of the semester, you want to go down that syllabus, open up your planner or open up your phone. Go in, write these dates down. Say, okay, I have a research paper due here, here, and then you write down other important events in your life that that you already have set. Okay, so husband's birthday is this day, so I know I'm gonna want to go out to dinner this day, this, that. So that way you can sit down and plan. Okay, I know that this is due this day, let's make it a soft date of this. That way I have time for this and that. You see what I mean? That really helped me. It may not work for you, but you know, it really did help me. You can take some of the tips that I'm offering and just kind of work it into your life, kind of tweak it. Okay. Number 3, take great notes. Oh my goodness, I can write a book on taking notes because I've tried it so many different ways. Initially, I used to go down I would read my book and I would write down everything that I thought was important, everything. So I had like a notebook filled with just notes on like one chapter, and you know, I would reread those notes over and over and over and over and over again. But then I would have to also read the PowerPoint slides, and then I would have notes from class and you know, things like that. No, I figured out a way that helped me and worked well with me. So what I would do is the teacher would give us like these PowerPoint presentations. I would then rearrange the PowerPoint. Well, not necessarily rearrange it, but sometimes they come with like 6 on a page. I would take and do maybe 4 on a page or 2 on a page. And then you know how they have the slides with the lines? If you have PowerPoint, you kind of understand what I mean, but they have the slide of what your teacher gives you. And then there's a couple lines, maybe 4 lines on the side where you can write notes. What I did was I only used that packet. So everything that your teacher gives you on that outline is the things that you should know. Everything that she feels you should know. So then I would go, and the lines, I would designate those for things that she said in class. So I would have my PowerPoint sitting in front of me, and anything when she's going over those slides, anything that she says that's not on those slides that she feels is important or I feel is important, that's where I would write it. And then as far as reading in my book, when I'm reading, if I'm reading in my textbook, if it's not in the PowerPoint slide, if it's not on the little note that I jotted down in class, I would use the white space that's left on the paper. I know it's kind of hard to explain, but the white space that's left around the PowerPoint slides and the note section, I would use that to jot down notes from my book. So I figure it's there somewhere. Either it's in the PowerPoint, it's in that little line note section from class, or it's around my PowerPoint presentation. And then I didn't have to worry about taking a notebook with me plus a PowerPoint with me and trying to read everything. It's all there. I would take that PowerPoint with me everywhere. I would be reading on the metro train. I would take it with me to my friend's house. I would take it with me to the nail salon. If I'm sitting around the house, I also have it with me. So I always had that nice little packet with me, and it really helped me. So that's a great way to help you as well. The next thing is how to study. I've also done this a million times. So when I first started out in school, first degree, I was young. So I was 17 years old, and I used to study with the TV on. I used to study with the music on. Was it really effective? Probably not. So what I've come to learn is you need a quiet spot. You need, you know, the least amount of distractions as possible. Wait until everyone in your house is asleep, or if you are a daytime person, wake up early in the morning. Have those times where you can sit and you can read quietly and you don't have anyone distracting you. For me, I'm a mom, so it's kind of hard. I have to figure out a certain time. So I'm thinking, since I work night shift, I'm used to being up at night. So I think what I'm going to do is use the nighttime to use as my time for studying. You know, it's quiet, everyone else is asleep, and I will sit there and read my books. You always have your textbooks there, and then if they give you supplemental information that may tie into what you're doing in that book, just go ahead and feel free to put a pause on that, read over here, and you know, see if you can tie it in. Another thing that I use, which is ironic because I now have a YouTube page, but YouTube was, oh my goodness, it was so amazing when I was in nursing school. I'm a visual learner. So, well, I'm actually visual and I'm tactile. So I like to be hands-on and I like to see things. So if I would type in a body system or a certain procedure or something like that, I would type it into the YouTube search, and they have videos. Some of them are animated, some of them are, you know, people sitting down in front of the camera showing you how to do these things, showing you how the body system works, show you how to memorize medications. They have songs. It's such a huge resource, and that's one of the things that I recommend the most. I would read my books. If I didn't understand, I would go to YouTube, type it in, see if I can get a video on it. Oh my goodness. When I'm taking the test, I'm replaying those videos back in my head, saying, oh, okay, this is how the pancreas works. This is how the insulin is doing this, and yada yada, so forth and so on. I can see the video in my head, and it helps me answer the questions if I cannot come up with the information from my textbook. It is really, really helpful. Don't sleep on YouTube. Next, I would say be really hands-on. Get a lot of hands-on time, because some of the things that you're going to be doing in nursing school, you're really not going to expect. Okay, I don't know what I was expecting when I first got into nursing school. There's a lot of body fluid involved. Okay, I know you hear about being sensitive and caring and things like that, but there's a lot of getting your hands dirty. Okay, and when I mean dirty, I mean dirty. Okay. But definitely, when I first started nursing school, I was a little nervous about getting in there doing things. So I would let my other classmates get in there and get all the experience that they could, because I was a little nervous in, you know, stepping forward and doing these things. So what I've come to learn is later on, when we're doing this skills check off in class, I was a little nervous about doing it. You know, the movements weren't as fluid. I had it lined up in my head because I read what are the steps in the book, but you know, just the movements and really doing it and having confidence in doing it, I didn't really have that. So what I did was, midway through my semester, I just started volunteering. Hey, if there's a new task, if we're in clinicals, and say, hey, you want to change this bed, you want to draw this blood, you want to give this medication, you want to turn this patient, you want to clean this patient, you want to educate this patient. Anything that any task that was given, I was the first one raising my hand. Hey, I want to try it. Can I go first? Can I do this? You know, things like that. And even if I failed when I tried it, you know, we would go over the steps, and therefore I had that hands on, you know, and just touching things helps you remember the steps. All right, guys, so that's the end of my tips. Those are my 5 top tips that I feel that are going to be able to help you be successful in nursing school. I really hope that you can use them, apply them to your matriculation through school. If you have any tools or resources or tips that you feel that I can use to help me be successful in grad school, list them below. I can definitely use any advice that I can get. I'm looking forward to school. I hope you're looking forward to it as well. I'll see you here next time for my next video. Bye. Hey guys, so I just got to work and I got my assignment